What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for part 2 of the Fab Table build. Tonight we're going to be starting on, well, not really starting on, I started on doing this a couple nights ago, but we're going to be reaming the rest of the holes hopefully for the table, and we'll start working on the fitment and getting the plasma table ready to get tacked together and all that. So hope you enjoy. We'll probably time lapse a whole bunch of this video, but yeah, hope you guys like it. Just real quick, guys, show you what I'm using. This is a big reamer that I found on the line, and we're just going through finishing off all the holes. Got about half of it done, half maybe 3/4 done. We're just going to finish it off. If this drill gets warm or anything, I did borrow a big beefy drill that runs at a nice low RPM that I could use also, so we'll go from there. Alright guys, so the camera died and you didn't get to see this, but I finished reaming all the holes, so they're all perfectly good to go. And I checked them with my rod and bar and all that kind of stuff. I did notice the cut files that I used, or that I programmed, I didn't leave enough offset in these. So I got a burr bit and some stuff. We'll have to clean these up so everything slots together like it should. We're going to prep all the side panels and all that stuff right now. So, see how far we get, and we're just going to get to it. Well guys, it's another day, and out here in the shop today we're going to try and get all the side plates and everything prepped and ready to go. And hopefully maybe we'll get the table tacked together, but it just depends. It's the weekend. I don't stress about getting a whole lot done. If I come out here and have fun, that's what it's all about, guys. I'm not going to stress about getting the Fab Table done quickly. It's not the end of the world to me. So that's what we're going to do now, is we're just going to grind and fix everything and go from there. To show you guys how many side panels we got to prep, we got 4 long ones, 2 short ones, 2 outer shorts, and 2 outer longs. Finish getting all those prepped up. Well guys, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, so we're going to get started here, and hopefully you enjoy it. I'll probably just time lapse this real fast so you don't have to sit here and watch me grind things for, 2 hours or so. So we're going to putsy on this for a little while today and see how far we get. Good morning, guys. It's another day here out in the shop. It's a beautiful day, about 50 degrees, so we're going to spend a couple hours in the shop and see if we can't get this table tacked together. I ended up just shutting the camera off yesterday as I was prepping the side plates and stuff like that. I figured you guys didn't want to watch 20 minutes of me grinding all the steel and getting all the dross and all that kind of stuff off the metal. So, yeah, where we're at right now is, of course, since I screwed up the plate when I was cutting, I meant having to enlarge these slots just slightly so that the tangs will fit. So you can see where this one's much bigger than this one. Somewhere along the way I screwed up and downloaded the wrong files, the ones without my offsets set for these slots and everything like that. So we're just having to fix that with a Dremel tool, or a mini die grinder is what I'm actually using. Got a Matco one, but it goes pretty quick, takes a couple minutes a hole, not the end of the world. But hindsight's 20/20, guys. We're always learning something new. Now we know to pay more attention to that and get the offsets all correct and everything like that. I actually did do a few test cuts to see how many thousandths I would need to give it to have everything slide together, and stuff happens, man. I'm human. Mistakes were made. That's alright. We're going to fix them. We're going to make the table cool anyway. It's going to be great to have when it's done. So, yeah. Also, the other note I'll say is I did find when you cut these, each corner, since the plasma cannot cut perfectly square, it'd be better to add in a little bit of a circle at each corner when you draw this up in Fusion. That way, when the plasma cuts down, it'll egg it out a little bit on each corner, and that'll actually save you a lot of time, because you can kind of see on the ones I've egged out where I've moved it, and then right here you can see where I'm adding that into, well, you can't really see that good, but I'm adding it into these corners as well so that it helps this joint square back up. So we're gonna get to her. Alright, guys, it's been a little bit here. I just shut the camera off like I have for the past on some of the stuff that's just real repetitive. It's been probably like half an hour. I got everything finished, modified, and ready to go together. We're going to start clamping it all together and tack the table together. Maybe I'll title this video, How to Fix Your Screw-Ups, but that's alright, guys. We're getting her done. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, so we're going to get after it. We're going to wipe it down with an acetone real quick, get all the oils and stuff from reaming off the table as much as possible. And we're going to start finishing it up. We'll go for it. Alright, guys, so you can see the fitment pretty good on all but this one. So the holes are off just slightly, so I'm going to fix that with the burr. I'm going to do some marking. We'll get that one dropped down, then we'll fit the end pieces as well. Make sure those are all going to fit right, and we'll go from there. Alright, guys, it's been a little while, probably another hour or so that I didn't really film anything. I was just getting the fitment all worked out. I definitely am learning a lot on this table, and if I ever build another one, I definitely know a lot more about how I need to cut it with the plasma. And somewhere along in my drawings, some of the lines and stuff got skewed, so on one half of the table, the very end plate, I'm going to end up having to slice half a hole to get those to line up. Not the end of the world, we can fill it with weld, but it just won't look as nice, and that's alright. It's my table, so it's not like it's a customer table or something like that. If it was, I'd probably redraw and recut that end piece to make sure it fits right and looks good, but for this, it's no big deal. So this is where we're at. You can see the fitment pretty darn good. You can see the plates bowed a little, so part of that, we're going to start drawing it all in. These end plates can all go in after this stuff's tacked together, so I think real quick, I'm going to just clamp it all together, throw a couple tacks on it, and probably call it for this weekend. Getting tired of working on it, ready for some lunch, so it's coming along. For those of you that have a prime weld, I am using the TIG button. It just seemed easier than doing the foot pedal the whole time. It was kind of awkward. It'd be nice to build a table on a table, but when you don't have a nice welding table to weld on, well, finger button works. Alright, so we got all the top plug welds done. Nothing too fancy. We're still working on our TIG welds, getting those all pretty. But those will hold this together. We're going to flip her over and do a bunch of stitch welds now. Well guys, the top's all welded together pretty much. I got a couple little spots, but for the most part I'm gonna call it good right here. Thanks for watching part 2 of the video. The next section will be making up the legs and everything like that. There's a little bit of bow on the top. Not as bad lengthwise, but in the short section it kind of bows in the center a little bit. We'll see how it ends up being when I finish just welding up the few little spots on the top, but probably got a little too aggressive with heat, pulled it, and so that's probably my fault. I did learn a lot from this project and getting this top all set up and stuff, not only with the plasma, but how I should have gone about welding it and stuff. I should have moved around a lot more than I did and stuff like that, but hindsight's 20/20, guys. Always learning, and I'll still be able to use it. It's definitely flat enough for everything I want to do, and the reason I built the table, which is primarily practicing welding and welding stuff. It doesn't have to be under 1,000ths or something without bone. We're not doing aerospace or any of that kind of crazy stuff. So playing good for me. I'm gonna be super stoked to have a table to even weld on, because right now I have a couple wood benches. They can't be moved. They're not great for welding, and I've been using a stool that I put a plate on, and that's usually what I've been welding on. So this will be a step up from that, and learned a lot. But thanks for watching, guys. Next part will be legs. See you later.